From one of the last bastions of communism to the epicenter of global capitalism. After his visit to Cuba, Pope Francis faced questions from journalists on board the plane about his perceived left leanings, this only moments before his first official visit to the United States. Earlier this year, the Pope referred to capitalism as the dung of the devil. The pontiff defended his comments and insisted he's not radical, just Catholic.
Maybe I've given the impression of being a bit of a lefty, but that would be a mistaken interpretation. If it's necessary for me to recite the creed, I'm willing to do it.
Pope Francis is particularly popular in the U.S. and received the rare honor of being greeted at the airport by the U.S. president himself. The two men will meet at the White House on Wednesday.
I would not expect a robust discussion of a political agenda, but rather I think it's an opportunity for the two men to talk about the values that they have in common, and there are many.
For both men, fighting inequality is a priority. Pope Francis with the message of his so-called Church of the Poor, and Barack Obama through fiscal reforms. But the U.S. is polarized over the subject, and income inequality has risen over the past 3 decades. Two other subjects close to the Pope's heart are immigration and social injustice. These are also touchy topics in the U.S. The Pope's tour is expected to draw millions of Catholics. And aside from the nation's capital, the Pope will visit New York and Philadelphia during his 6-day trip, with highlights being landmark speeches before the U.S. Congress and the United Nations.